Hey everybody, this is Aaron with Explosions Incorporated, and today we're going to talk about fire tornadoes. It's been a really rough fire season here in the Pacific Northwest, and it got me thinking about fire tornadoes. Even though it can happen just about anywhere where a fire grows large enough, they tend to happen most often in wildland fires. There aren't a lot of pictures or videos of them, mostly because wildland firefighters are busy doing something way more important than shooting video when they tend to run into them. Now, it should probably be noted here that a fire tornado isn't actually a tornado. They are more related to the dust devils you may have seen in open fields or even sometimes inside the city. See, the big difference here is that a tornado is a top-down phenomenon, whereas dust devils, fire tornadoes, are a ground-up phenomenon. What I mean is, a tornado forms from a thunderstorm, from a supercell cloud, and what happens is you get a wind column coming down from that cloud. In fact, scientists aren't quite sure what actually makes the column begin to spin. We know that warm air rises, cold air sinks. They think it might have something to do with wind shear. That is, winds that are traveling at different velocities at different altitudes have a lot to do with causing the column to spin. But that's a wind column down until it touches the ground, at which point we actually get a tornado. A dust devil or a fire tornado, on the other hand, is coming from the ground up. In the case of a dust devil, typically happens when you have hot air rising off the ground and it punches through a layer of cool air directly above it. That instability or even some wind blowing is enough to cause that column to start to spin. In the case of a dust devil, as that column starts to spin, it starts to draw in dust and dirt particles from all around it, and that's when you actually see it moving. With a fire tornado, same thing. The flame heats up the air, that column goes up. As it goes up, if you have any wind, it can start to turn. It starts to draw in debris from around it, but in the case of a fire tornado, that debris tends to be embers and other things that are already on fire, and you end up with a fire tornado. Let me show you the setup that I have for mine. My fire tornado is made of a ceramic dish that has a flammable liquid inside of it that's put inside this metal trash can that's seated on a turntable, allowing the entire contraption to spin. So when you put the dish inside of here, you light it on fire. It's burning, it's drawing air in from all directions, but as soon as you start to spin it, basically that's simulating a wind moving across it, causing the fire tornado to form. The metal trash can, the wire mesh here, is actually very, very important. Without it, you don't actually get the fire tornado. Here, let me show you. Even though there is a column of hot air rising off of this fire, as I start to spin it without that wire mesh, I don't actually get the fire tornado forming. For that, we definitely do need the metal mesh. Now that we have the wire mesh in place, you can see as soon as we start to rotate it, we get that beautiful vortex, that fire tornado forming. As soon as the rotation stops, we no longer have the fire tornado, and as soon as we start, it starts again. I like to think of the wire mesh as providing the wind that otherwise we wouldn't have to make it go, even though the mechanics of this are substantially more complicated than that. Now, even though this fire tornado is incredibly more safe than the ones that you would run into in a real-life situation out in the wild or in a very, very large fire, this is still not something that you should attempt at home. Well, that's our brief intro into the mechanics of the fire tornado. Please join me next time when we use the same setup to talk about chemistry and a little bit more about what's happening inside that ceramic dish with the flammable liquid. I'm Aaron with Explosions Incorporated. Thank you for watching.
Hey everybody, this is Don. Just going to jump in really quick here before our typical ending to remind everyone what we do, why we do all of this, is to help make people aware of the live, awesome science shows that we do. I'm going to put a link down here in the bottom to a video of one of our full-length shows, Sellout Show in Spokane, Washington. It was huge. It was amazing. We sold out a theater completely, well, almost completely, 2 Saturdays in a row and then did it again that Christmas. We will do any stage, anywhere, almost any time. We got local shows we can do, just me or Aaron are happy to do birthday shows, school shows, libraries if you're in Oregon for Aaron, or Indiana for me. And if you want both of us, feel free to fly us out. We will play your stage at your festival, maker fair, science celebration, whatever it is. We love to do this, and we are probably, no, definitely, the best at it. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, thanks for watching our videos. If you get some time, why don't you watch some more? You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.